Ladies and gentlemen, today we are going to uncover a coin that could turn your ordinary pocket change into a fortune, the legendary 1966 Australian Elizabeth II 20-cent coin with no mint mark. This is not just any coin. This is a numismatic marvel that has captured the attention of collectors across the globe. The year was 1966. Australia had just transitioned to decimal currency, moving from pounds, shillings, and pence to dollars and cents. This monumental shift led to the introduction of a new series of coins, including the 20-cent piece, which featured the iconic image of Queen Elizabeth II on the obverse and the graceful platypus on the reverse, designed by Stuart Devlin, the official goldsmith and jeweler to the Queen. But among these coins, there was something very special. Some of the 1966 20-cent coins were struck without a mint mark, and these became an instant rarity. No mint mark meant that identifying where it was made became nearly impossible, giving it an aura of mystery and intrigue. This minting anomaly is what makes these coins extremely sought after. It's important to understand that 1966 was a year of mass production. Over 50 million 20-cent coins were struck that year. But only a very tiny percentage had the characteristics that collectors now scramble for: pristine condition, no mint mark, and striking errors such as double die strikes or off-center images. These minor details can transform a simple coin into a treasure worth thousands. Why is it valuable? The answer lies in rarity and condition. Most of these coins went into everyday circulation. They were tossed in pockets, dropped on sidewalks, spent at corner stores, their edges worn down by decades of use. But the few that were preserved in mint or near-mint condition have become extraordinary collector's items today. One of the most exciting reasons this coin is so desirable is because of the known variations in die errors and planchet faults. These errors occurred due to the high-speed minting processes at the time. And when you combine a no-mint mark specimen with these rare features, you get a coin that stands out in the world of Australian numismatics. And here's the part that gets every collector excited: the market value. A circulated 1966 20-cent coin might only fetch a few dollars, but a high-grade, uncirculated, or error-free no-mint mark coin has been sold at auctions for over $8,000 to $10,000 in some private sales. Collectors have paid upwards of $20,000 if the coin possesses a highly unusual flaw or is graded at MS-65 or above by professional grading services. Imagine this: a coin you thought was worth just 20 cents, suddenly becoming your ticket to a small windfall. That's not fiction. That's real, documented coin history. Some Australian families have found these coins tucked away in drawers, forgotten in piggy banks, or mixed in inherited collections. With a bit of luck and a keen eye, you too could stumble upon this valuable piece of history. To this day, the 1966 no-mint mark 20-cent coin remains one of the most discussed coins in Australian coin collecting circles. Its legacy is amplified by its connection to a historical currency transition and the craftsmanship behind its design. It's not just about monetary value, it's about owning a slice of Australian heritage. Collectors advise keeping this coin in sealed plastic sleeves or professional coin holders if discovered. Never clean it, as doing so can damage its surface and drastically lower its value. Proper storage and certification can increase its value significantly when selling to dealers or at auction. The true value of the 1966 20-cent coin goes beyond dollars. It lies in the mystery of the mint, the beauty of its design, the passion it inspires in collectors, and the dream it represents, that hidden treasures are still out there, just waiting to be found. So the next time you're going through your change, take a closer look. Examine the details. Flip through those old coin jars at home. You never know, you might be holding on to a small, round, metallic masterpiece worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars. This coin is proof that not all treasure is buried. Sometimes, it jingles in your pocket or rests quietly in a family keepsake box. It's up to you to recognize its potential. Let this story inspire you. Keep collecting. Keep searching. And most importantly, never underestimate the value of a coin, especially if it's a 1966 20-cent piece with no mint mark. It just might be the most valuable 20 cents you'll ever find. Next up, The 1968 Australia Elizabeth II 20-cent coin with no mint mark is more than just spare change. It's a coin filled with potential, a silent treasure from the past that could turn into a powerful asset for the future. This coin was minted just 2 years after Australia transitioned to decimal currency, a major moment in the nation's history. The new 20-cent coin introduced in 1966 became a symbol of modernization, and by 1968, production had become more refined, but certain coins from that year stand out, especially the ones struck without a mint mark. These pieces are mysterious, clean in design, and hold an aura of historical authenticity. While the 1968 coin was part of the regular circulation, the absence of a mint mark gives it a unique profile. This no mint mark status means it's difficult to trace exactly where the coin was minted, which often raises its curiosity and value among numismatists. Collectors love stories behind their coins, and this one comes with just enough enigma to make it a prized possession. The obverse of the coin features a young Queen Elizabeth II, designed by Arnold Machin, her profile looking to the right, regal and composed. The reverse, once again, showcases the incredible artistry of Stuart Devlin with the platypus, a symbol of Australian wildlife captured in silver brilliance. But while many coins carry this design, not all have survived the decades in pristine condition, and even fewer bear the no mint mark identity. Today, what makes the 1968 20-cent coin valuable is not only its history but its potential. This coin is becoming increasingly rare in high-grade condition. Most circulated coins show signs of wear and tear, but collectors are always on the lookout for uncirculated or proof-like versions. The rarer the condition, the higher the price. It's that simple. As of now, circulated versions may sell for anywhere between $5,000 to $7,000, depending on the quality. But in the coin world, things can change overnight. If a unique die error is discovered, or if a horde of collectors suddenly seeks 1968 coins to complete a series, the value can spike dramatically. That's how coin markets work: supply, demand, rarity, and narrative. And here's where it gets interesting. Some uncirculated 1968 20-cent coins without mint marks have been known to fetch over $10,000 to $15,000 in the collector's market. That's already hundreds of times their face value. But this is only the beginning. As more collectors enter the field and older generations pass on their collections, prices can soar even higher. Imagine a few years from now when demand for this coin increases due to its age, rarity, and historical charm. The price could easily rise above $21,000 for mint state examples. There is no ceiling when it comes to rare, attractive coins with growing collector interest. History has shown us that today's common coins can become tomorrow's most expensive collectibles. Think about it. You might have this coin sitting in an old jar, a forgotten drawer, or a childhood collection book. With the right grade, proper storage, and certification, that single coin could become a valuable investment. This is why it's essential to preserve any 1968 20-cent coin you find, especially if it shows minimal wear or features that make it stand out. We're witnessing a golden era of numismatic awareness. People around the world are revisiting their collections, checking their change, and attending coin fairs like never before. And in this booming market, the 1968 no mint mark 20-cent coin has a growing spotlight. It is becoming a key target for serious collectors who want to complete high-grade decimal sets. If you do come across one, consider having it graded by a professional coin grading service. This gives it official status and can multiply its market value. Once sealed and graded, it becomes a verifiable asset, something you can proudly showcase or sell with confidence in the future. The beauty of collecting coins like this is that they tell a story. The 1968 20-cent coin is not just metal, it's a time capsule. A silent witness to over 5 decades of Australian history. Its value is not just monetary, it's also cultural and historical, and that adds depth to its desirability. With every passing year, fewer and fewer of these coins remain in good condition. Time, wear, and natural loss are reducing their numbers. That's what makes holding on to one today such a smart and visionary move. It's about being ahead of the curve. So if you find a 1968 20-cent coin with no mint mark, hold on to it. Preserve it. Protect it, because its story is still being written, and the next chapter could be the one where its value explodes. Ladies and gentlemen, coins are more than currency, they are keys to the past and investments for the future. The 1968 Australia Elizabeth 20-cent coin with no mint mark is one of those hidden keys. It may not seem like much now, but remember, the rarest treasures are often hidden in plain sight. Next up, the 1970 Australia Elizabeth II 20-cent coin with no mint mark. To the average eye, it may seem ordinary, just another piece of change tossed into a jar. But those who know its story understand its true potential. This is no ordinary coin. This is a valuable, historic piece that continues to rise in collector interest. The 20-cent coin was originally introduced in 1966 when Australia made the bold switch from pounds, shillings, and pence to dollars and cents. This decimal revolution led to the creation of new coinage, each designed with care, precision, and national symbolism. The 1970 edition of the 20-cent coin, although part of regular circulation, came during a period of growth and pride in Australia's evolving identity. It carried the iconic platypus design by Stuart Devlin and the graceful portrait of Queen Elizabeth II by Arnold McKinn. Now, here's what makes the 1970 coin particularly fascinating. It carries no mint mark, which may not sound significant at first, but in the world of numismatics, that detail adds a layer of mystery and value. Without a mint mark, its origin cannot be precisely traced, making it a collectible with questions that invite curiosity. That curiosity drives up interest, and that interest drives up demand. There is growing buzz around the 1970 no mint mark 20-cent coin. More and more collectors are searching for it, especially in high-grade condition. The Australian coin market is heating up, and coins from the 1970s are now being viewed as serious investment pieces. This isn't just a hobby anymore, it's becoming a business. And this coin is finding its place in that marketplace. People want this coin because it represents more than its face value. It represents a moment in time when Australian coinage was defining its modern character. It is a symbol of pride, of craftsmanship, and of timeless design. As more collectors look to complete full decimal collections, the 1970 20-cent coin becomes a required piece, pushing demand higher and higher. Current interest shows that collectors in Australia and internationally are actively searching for this specific coin. Online forums, coin marketplaces, and auction houses regularly feature requests and listings for the 1970 20-cent coin. The number of buyers grows as awareness spreads, and this growing market demand only adds to its future potential. As of today, a standard circulated version of the 1970 no mint mark 20-cent coin might sell anywhere from $4,000 to $6,000, depending on condition. But this is where it gets exciting. Uncirculated coins, those stored away safely and untouched by time, are attracting much higher prices. We're talking $10,000 to $13,000 or more at auctions and private sales. And if the coin has a unique error, a die clash, a misstrike, or a planchet flaw, it can soar well beyond $16,000. There have already been documented sales of near-mint 1970 20-cent coins fetching over $17,000, and experts believe this is just the beginning. As coin grading becomes more mainstream and collectors become more educated, the demand for properly preserved examples is going to surge. Why was this coin built in the first place? Like the others in its series, it was a continuation of Australia's decimal journey. It helped the public adjust to the new monetary system and was used in everyday transactions, from grocery stores to gas stations. But because so many of these coins were heavily used, finding one in perfect condition today is extremely rare. The coin was struck at a time when Australia was modernizing quickly. The country was shaping its new identity, and its coinage reflected that. The platypus on the reverse was not just an artistic choice. It was a nod to Australia's unique environment and wildlife. This wasn't just currency. It was a message of heritage, strength, and national pride. And that's what makes this coin so special to collectors today. It's not just metal. It's memory. It's history. It's a chapter in Australia's evolution. And as time marches forward, fewer of these coins remain in circulation, and fewer still in collectible condition. that natural decline only makes the surviving pieces more valuable. Every year, more people enter the world of coin collecting. They're looking to own something rare, something that tells a story, something with hidden worth. And the 1970 20-cent coin fits that profile perfectly. It's accessible, yet mysterious. It's simple, yet powerful. You may be wondering if its value is high or low today. The answer is simple. It is rising. This coin is on an upward trajectory. What might be a small win today could be a major payoff in a few years. That's how coin investments work: slow, steady, and then suddenly, they explode. This coin's future is not written in stone. It's written in the hands of those who collect, preserve, and believe in its worth. If you're lucky enough to have one of these coins, now is the time to protect it. Get it graded, store it safely, and watch its story unfold. So don't ignore the humble 1970 20-cent coin. It might just be the most valuable 20 cents you ever own. The next time you check your change, remember that treasures don't always come in gold. Sometimes, they come in silver, with a platypus and a queen, and no mint mark at all. Next up, the 1978 Australian 20-cent coin featuring Queen Elizabeth II, struck without a mint mark. This is not just a piece of currency. This is a numismatic gem waiting to shine, and if you have one, you could be holding something far more valuable than you realize. The 20-cent coin introduced in 1966 played a major role in Australia's transition to decimal currency. By the time 1978 arrived, the design had already become iconic. With Queen Elizabeth II on the obverse, crafted by the renowned sculptor Arnold Machin, and the graceful Australian platypus on the reverse, designed by Stuart Devlin, the coin was a symbol of national identity and artistic excellence. But the 1978 version has something particularly fascinating. It was struck without a mint mark, and that detail has turned it into a collector's target. The absence of a mint mark adds an element of mystery. No clear indication of the exact mint makes it more desirable, especially among collectors who are always looking for something rare, something that breaks the norm. In the world of coin collecting, uniqueness drives value. And this coin, despite being produced in high numbers, becomes increasingly valuable when it is found in top condition or with certain rare characteristics. Now let's talk about history. The year 1978 was a time of change and reflection in Australia. Economically and socially, the country was maturing, and its currency system was stabilizing. The coins minted during this period reflect the confidence of a growing nation. The 20-cent piece was part of daily life, yet its simple, elegant design made it stand out in the pocket. The fact that so many were used and circulated heavily makes surviving high-quality examples quite rare today. This coin might seem common at first glance, but what makes it valuable is its condition, rarity in mint state, and the high demand among collectors. Most of these coins have signs of heavy use: scratches, dents, worn-down features. But when a coin from 1978 is found in uncirculated or near-mint condition, its value shoots up dramatically. Some collectors have paid over $300 for pristine examples, and even more if the coin shows die errors or striking anomalies. So where can you buy one? Start by checking local coin dealers, numismatic shows, and online platforms such as eBay, MA shops, and specialist Australian coin auction sites. Look for trusted sellers with positive ratings and ask if the coin has been professionally graded. Graded coins often hold their value better and are easier to sell later on. And speaking of selling, where should you go? If you already own one and are thinking of selling, try contacting certified coin dealers or listing it in online auctions where rare Australian coins are traded. Selling through a dealer can sometimes give you a quick return, but auctions often result in higher final prices if multiple bidders are interested. Social media collector groups are also growing fast and can connect you to serious buyers directly. Now you might be wondering, is it worth keeping? Absolutely yes. This is a coin with increasing value. Its appeal is growing year by year as collectors realize how difficult it is to find well-preserved 1978 coins without a mint mark. It's not just worth keeping, it's worth protecting. If you own one in excellent condition, consider sealing it in a protective holder or even having it graded by a professional service like PCGS or NGC. Sealing the coin properly prevents any scratches, exposure to air, or accidental handling damage that could affect its value. Coins in their raw form can still be valuable, but those that are graded and sealed often attract higher offers because they come with professional assurance of quality. Think of it like packaging for a luxury item. The better it looks and the more protected it is, the more someone is willing to pay. The 1978 no mint mark 20-cent coin might not make headlines every day, but in the collector's world, it's a quiet powerhouse. Every year, more people are waking up to the reality that everyday coins like this can become serious investments. The key is knowledge, timing, and proper care. This coin has already shown upward value trends, and in the years to come, as fewer high-quality examples remain in circulation, its price will likely continue to climb. People often ask how much the maximum value could be. While there's no fixed ceiling, history shows that coins once worth mere cents have gone on to be sold for thousands. If your 1978 20-cent coin is in brilliant uncirculated condition, and especially if it features a minting error, you could be looking at a future value of $5,000 to even $10,000. Yes, that's right. A coin you thought was worth 20 cents could one day fund your next holiday or more. So now's the time to act. Go check your drawers, your coin jars, your old wallets. Look for that 1978 20-cent coin. Examine it carefully. If it looks clean, sharp, and shows no signs of wear, you might be holding something extraordinary. And if you don't have one yet, start searching, start collecting, and don't let this opportunity pass you by. This is more than a coin. It's a story, a legacy, a hidden treasure wrapped in metal. Don't underestimate the quiet value sitting in your change. The 1978 20-cent coin with no mint mark is a symbol of overlooked potential, just like so many of the greatest finds in history. Thanks for watching. Subscribe for more coin secrets and rare currency stories. Your next big discovery could be waiting in the palm of your hand. Keep collecting, stay curious, and never stop hunting for treasure.